Mr. Chaudary, who is a founder of something called Jaipur Rugs. And he is really interesting because he has a self-inquiry, has a process of self-inquiry. So he inquires as what's tripping me up, what habits are tripping me up, what things have I done unconsciously, how can, what has got in my way? And he talks about ego. So he talks about losing his ego. So his daily practice is self-inquiry around losing ego. And in Jaipur Rugs, pressure in developing countries or so-called developing countries is to adopt the Western business model and then to have profits. So for 30 years, he has a business model that's put his own employees and the weavers of his rugs first. And he's put them first. And for 30 years, 25 of those 30 years, people are questioning his business model and whether he could survive. But when he survived the 2008 crash, 5 or 6 years later, people are really interested in his business model and what he's doing. But he really, without that degree of self-awareness and self-inquiry, you can't calibrate the right interventions. So this level of consciousness of lack of investment in ego on his own part. He's a kind of follower of Mahatma Gandhi as well. So he's aware of being the change that you want to be in the world, but also his practice of doing this informs his interventions and also creates a sustainable business where the weavers, who in most of the businesses, we hear a lot about exploitation in developing countries like China, possibly Indonesia, where people are paid almost nothing for 12 hours work a day. He's going in the opposite direction. So he's bucking the trend. And to me, that is deeply linked to his own sense of his own values, but also this ongoing inquiry.